Smart 24, driving business.
Hello, good morning, and welcome to Smart Men's Business. I'm Andrew Barija, and of course, today is the 2nd of October, just a few days as we get into the Independence Day conversations. But of course, welcoming you to today's special edition of Smart Men's Business, as we shall be exploring the latest, that is, development in Uganda's global tourism and quite so many other aspects there, the strategy, the business updates, and of course we shall be taking a look at very interesting international updates in here that is now heading straight into this from the cultural heritage to the industrial revolution. We shall definitely be diving into the key sectors that are driving growth and change in the region, and of course get ready for in-depth analysis, expert insights, as we shall be taking a look at the up-to-date information that is on the current trends that are shaping the world. Now, of course, heading straight into one of the key big discussions that has been onto most of the people all around, and the different agencies and the responsible stakeholders has been in line with Uganda and how it's positioning itself for itself on the world stage, and most especially on the cultural heritage, which is actually playing a very significant role in boosting tourism. Now, of course, with about a rich history and what I would say, the diverse cultural practices, Uganda is definitely attracting visitors all around the globe. Now, for instance, according to the country's ancient kingdoms, you take a look at the Buganda kingdom, the Ankole, and so many more. And the ancient kingdoms offer unique glimpse that is on to the region's past. And now, of course, to conserve these cultural heritages, of course, efforts are being made to promote sustainable tourism practices within the country. And of course, for example, take a look at the year 2022. Uganda's tourism sector contributed about 10% to the country's GDP, and the sector supports over 600,000 jobs. This is according to the 2022 report. Now, of course, visitors to Uganda's national parks increased that is by 15%. That is in 2022 compared to the previous years. Now, of course, this is something we are yet to have into the latest report as we take a look. And of course, today, still on that, we shall be delving into another interesting aspect where the president is going to be commissioning the Kira, that is Motors, where we shall be taking a look at the plant which is going to be commissioned come on the 7th of this very month. It's going to be a Monday, actually. Now, the commissioning of the Kira, this plant is quite significant, most especially when it comes to Uganda's automobile industry, and of course positioning the country against all other global that is producers of the EVs. Of course, following the current talks all around the globe, that is all in line with climate, that is climate change. And of course, commissioning this plant is a significant milestone that is to Uganda's industrial revolution, and it's expected to boost the country's manufacturing sector and create new jobs. Now, according to the great news that is coming out of here, the plant is projected to produce at least 5,000 vehicles. That's according to operating to full capacity annually. And of course, that is something that is expected to create about 5,000 jobs. amongst quite a lot of Ugandans. So you can see how amazing the opportunities it's actually are presenting. And also what you need to know is that Uganda's manufacturing sector still grew industries, including tax incentives and investment in infrastructure. As of course we shall be seeing later on into our business insight, that part of the people that are actually going to be supplying the manufacturing raw materials to this particular plant, those materials, if they are being imported, they are going to be tax-free. So that is something that is going to be very attractive, and I think it's quite a very interesting topic for any Ugandan out there to interest themselves into that. But of course, we shall be having expert insights regarding that, where I'll be joined with Alan Mohamuza later on. We happened to get in touch with him, but we shall be getting further details regarding that particular one. Now, of course, from the international space, DRC and Tanzania actually leading the export markets. According to that, we shall be, of course, taking a look at those details later on as we proceed with the show. And of course, we see that the Democratic Congo has overtaken Kenya and Uganda as the leading export market. And of course, this shift definitely has significant implications for the regional and economic cooperation. And of course, we shall be still taking a look at Nigeria in this regard, where citizens in Nigeria are protesting against the rising cost of living. As we see, the African Development Bank still is, as Nigerians are striking, the African Development Bank is providing 160 million to Angola. This is all for budget support. Further details, we shall be delving into that as we proceed along these lines. And of course, just still to the topic today, in line with Uganda's tourism industry, where we see that the country definitely plans Uganda's tourism master plan aims by 2025 that to the arrivals. Let me say, it aims that by 2025 the new arrivals to about 4 million. This is according to the strategies for Uganda come 2025. This is just next year. That's not really very far, as we see that the government has also invested in infrastructure development, including upgrading airports and roads. Sustainable tourism practices are also being promoted to conserve that is Uganda's natural and cultural heritage source. Yes, so we are going to be taking a look at that. Like I told you, according to the report of 2022, where Uganda's national parks increased by 15%. But of course, the question is, what is that factor that is driving this increase to 15%? And part of the key activities included the gorilla trekking, which has been very vital for that. And of course, cultural festivals also within the city and other suburbs, also are quite very key in terms of providing these, tourism, the best experience they can ever have in the country, Uganda. Well, it's exactly 19 minutes past 7. This is Smart Means Business. I'm Andrew Barige, and I'm very excited for this day with the current aspects that are happening within the country. Well, at this point in time, allow me to take just a break, just a very few minutes. We are going to be returning as we take a look at what's making headlines into the press, and also getting into the details regarding what's happening around East Africa, the international updates. We have it in here, protesters in Nigeria, something that has been actually all across the media reports. Let's take a break, and of course, we shall be returning for further details of the discussions ahead. Stick around.
Smart 24, driving business.
Bulu Magic is my joy. Bulu Magic Talaba kumabala atukuza nonyirirawo kirako enyange tayisa bubi faburiki kyonna kyekiri kigwa lwa bulu magiki is my choice.